The room is quiet. The pressure is loud. Your heart beats faster. Your mind races, and suddenly it feels like life is testing every ounce of your strength at once. Deadlines, expectations, betrayals, fear, the weight of becoming someone greater than who you are today. Most people break in these moments. Most people panic. They lose control of their emotions, they react without thinking, and then they wonder why their lives keep falling apart. But the Stoics believed something different. They believed pressure does not destroy a man, pressure reveals him. And if you can master yourself in chaos, then nothing outside of you will ever truly control you again. Before we begin, subscribe to the channel and join a community of people learning how to become calm, disciplined, emotionally powerful, and mentally unstoppable in a world designed to distract and weaken you. There is a version of you hidden beneath your emotional reactions. Beneath the anger, the fear, the overthinking, the frustration, and the anxiety. A calmer version. A stronger version. A version that does not collapse every time life becomes difficult. But that version cannot appear until you stop allowing your emotions to command your actions. Stoicism teaches that emotions themselves are not evil. Fear is not evil. Anger is not evil. Sadness is not evil. The problem begins when your emotions become your master instead of your servant. A man who cannot control himself will always be controlled by the world. One rude comment ruins his day. One failure destroys his confidence. One rejection makes him doubt his worth. One stressful moment steals his peace. That is not strength. That is emotional slavery. Think about how many opportunities people lose simply because they cannot stay calm under pressure. They panic during difficult conversations. They quit when things become uncomfortable. They make emotional decisions that damage years of progress. One moment of anger can destroy a relationship. One emotional reaction can ruin a career. One night of weakness can destroy years of discipline. This is why self-discipline is not just about waking up early or working hard. True self-discipline is emotional control. It is the ability to remain steady when life becomes unstable. It is the power to think clearly while everyone else is drowning in emotion. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Most people read words like these and move on. But if you truly understand this idea, your entire life changes. Because the truth is, you cannot control the world. You cannot control how people treat you. You cannot control who leaves you, who doubts you, who misunderstands you, or who tries to hurt you. But you can control your response. And your response determines your future more than the event itself. There will always be pressure. There will always be problems. There will always be people who disappoint you. The Stoic does not pray for an easy life. The Stoic trains for a difficult one. Imagine a soldier entering battle shocked that the enemy is attacking. That would be foolish. Yet most people move through life shocked every time something difficult happens. They expect comfort every day. They expect peace without struggle. They expect success without pressure. Then reality hits them, and they collapse emotionally because they were never mentally prepared for hardship. Pressure is not your enemy. Pressure is your teacher. Diamonds are created under pressure. Muscles grow under pressure. Character is built under pressure. The strongest people you admire today did not become strong because life was easy for them. They became strong because life forced them to endure things that weaker minds would never survive. Pain refined them. Hardship sharpened them. Pressure revealed the discipline. One of the greatest skills you can develop is the ability to pause before reacting. Most people react instantly. Someone insults them, and they explode. Something goes wrong, and they panic. They feel fear, and they quit immediately. But between the event and your reaction, there is a moment. A small space. And inside that space lies your power. The disciplined person protects that space. They breathe before speaking. They think before acting. They remain calm while everyone else loses control. That is emotional mastery. You must understand that calmness is not weakness. Calmness is power under control. Anybody can scream. Anybody can panic. Anybody can lose their temper. But remaining composed when the world is testing you requires enormous strength. The ocean does not become disturbed by every stone thrown into it. Why should your mind be disturbed by every small inconvenience? Many people destroy themselves because they take everything personally. Someone ignores them, and they feel worthless. Someone criticizes them, and they become angry for days. Someone succeeds, and they become jealous and bitter. Stoicism teaches detachment from external validation. Your peace cannot depend on the opinions of unstable people. If your confidence rises and falls based on what others think about you, then your emotions are owned by strangers. The truth is painful, but necessary. Nobody is coming to save you. No perfect moment is coming. No magical wave of motivation will suddenly appear and transform your life overnight. You must become your own source of discipline. Especially on the days when you feel tired, discouraged, and emotionally drained. Real discipline is doing what needs to be done even when your feelings beg you to stop. There are mornings when your mind will be heavy. There are nights when loneliness will wrap around your chest like chains. There are seasons when nothing seems to work despite your effort. In those moments, emotional control becomes everything. Because weak emotions create weak decisions. And weak decisions create painful lives. A Stoic understands that feelings are temporary, but actions create consequences that can last forever. This is why disciplined people refuse to make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. They do not destroy relationships in moments of anger. They do not abandon goals because of fear. They do not surrender because of discomfort. They stay grounded. They stay patient. They stay focused. Most people think productivity is about time management. But often, productivity is emotional management. How many dreams are destroyed not because people lack talent, but because they cannot control their emotions long enough to stay consistent. They procrastinate because of anxiety. They quit because of self-doubt. They waste energy on drama, comparison, and overthinking. Emotional chaos kills progress faster than lack of intelligence ever will. Your emotions can either fuel your mission or sabotage your future. The choice belongs to you. When anger enters your heart, ask yourself whether this emotion is helping you grow or destroying your peace. When fear appears, ask whether it is protecting you or imprisoning you. When sadness comes, allow yourself to feel it without allowing it to define you. One of the hardest lessons in life is learning that not every battle deserves your energy. Some arguments are distractions. Some people thrive on chaos. Some situations are designed to pull you away from your purpose. The disciplined mind knows when to walk away. Silence is sometimes more powerful than revenge. Peace is sometimes more valuable than being understood. Imagine how different your life would become if you stopped reacting emotionally to everything. Imagine if criticism no longer destroyed your confidence. Imagine if setbacks no longer shattered your motivation. Imagine if pressure no longer controlled your behavior. That is freedom. Real freedom is not doing whatever you want. Real freedom is mastering yourself so completely that external circumstances lose their power over your inner peace. Epictetus taught that people are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. Two people can face the same storm, yet one becomes stronger while the other collapses. Why? Because the mind interprets reality differently. Your perspective shapes your emotional experience. The disciplined person trains themselves to see obstacles as opportunities for growth instead of proof that life is unfair. Every difficult moment is training. Every setback is preparation. Every painful experience is building emotional endurance if you allow it to, but most people waste their suffering. Instead of learning from pain, they become bitter because of it. They let hardship turn them into angry, resentful versions of themselves. Stoicism teaches something greater. It teaches transformation through adversity. You cannot control whether life hurts you, but you can control whether pain makes you wiser or weaker. That choice belongs to you every single day. There is a dangerous addiction in modern life. The addiction to comfort. People avoid discomfort so aggressively that they never discover the true potential. They avoid difficult conversations. They avoid discipline. They avoid solitude. They avoid responsibility. They distract themselves endlessly because silence forces them to confront themselves. But growth lives inside discomfort. Discipline lives inside discomfort. Greatness lives inside discomfort. The moment you stop running from hard things, your life changes. The moment you learn to sit calmly inside pressure instead of escaping from it, you become powerful. A disciplined person understands delayed gratification. They're willing to suffer temporarily for long-term peace. While others waste years chasing pleasure, they build character. While others seek shortcuts, they develop patience. While others chase attention, they master themselves quietly. There is something deeply powerful about a person who remains calm in situations that would destroy weaker minds. That kind of energy changes rooms. It commands respect without demanding attention. Calmness under pressure is rare because most people are ruled by impulse. When life becomes chaotic, most people become emotional. But emotional people are easy to manipulate, easy to provoke, easy to distract. The Stoic mind refuses to surrender its peace so easily. You must become selective with your energy. Not every message deserves a response. Not every insult deserves your anger. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Guard your mind carefully because your focus determines your future. One of the greatest forms of emotional discipline is learning to accept what you cannot control. Suffering increases when reality fights against your expectations. You cannot force people to love you. You cannot force life to be fair. You cannot force outcomes to happen exactly when you want them to. But you can adapt. You can remain steady. You can continue moving forward with dignity. Some of the strongest people look calm on the outside because they have fought wars within themselves that nobody else can see. They know what it feels like to battle anxiety silently. They know what it feels like to smile while carrying pain. They know what it feels like to keep going even when emotionally exhausted. That is strength. And if you are listening to this right now while carrying invisible pressure, understand this clearly. Your struggle is not meaningless. Your pain is not wasted. Every moment you refuse to quit is building a stronger mind within you. The world respects people who can remain composed in difficult situations because emotional stability is rare. Anyone can stay positive when life is easy. But can you stay disciplined when everything feels uncertain? Can you remain patient when results are delayed? Can you stay calm when others misunderstand you? That is where character is revealed. Your future depends less on talent and more on emotional consistency. Many gifted people fail because they cannot manage frustration. Many intelligent people destroy opportunities because they cannot control their impulses. Emotional control is the hidden advantage behind long-term success. You must train your mind daily. Just like the body becomes weak without exercise, the mind becomes weak without discipline. Read things that strengthen your thinking. Spend time in silence. Reflect on your actions. Observe your emotions without becoming controlled by them. Train yourself to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. There will be moments when life pushes you to your limit. Moments when everything feels unfair. Moments when exhaustion whispers that giving up would be easier. But remember this: difficult moments do not last forever. And every time you survive pressure without losing yourself emotionally, you become harder to break. People often misunderstand Stoicism. They think it means becoming emotionless. But Stoicism is not about suppressing emotion. It is about mastering emotion. It is about feeling deeply without losing control completely. A Stoic can feel sadness without drowning in it, feel anger without becoming destructive, feel fear without becoming paralyzed. Your emotions should inform your actions, not dominate them. The greatest battles in life are rarely fought outside. They are fought inside the mind. The battle against laziness. The battle against fear. The battle against self-doubt. The battle against emotional weakness. And the people who win these internal battles become unstoppable externally. When you develop emotional control, stress loses much of its power over you. Pressure becomes manageable. Challenges become opportunities. Problems become lessons. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and begin seeing yourself as the author of your response. One day, you will look back and realize that the moments that nearly broke you actually built you. The pressure you hated forced you to evolve. The pain you resisted strengthened your spirit. The silence you feared taught you self-reliance. But transformation requires patience. Do not expect to become emotionally disciplined overnight. The mind is trained through repetition. Every moment you choose calmness over panic, discipline over impulse, patience over anger, you are rewiring yourself into someone stronger. There is incredible power in controlling your tongue during emotional moments. Many people regret words spoken in anger far more than the situations that triggered them. Discipline means knowing when silence is wiser than reaction. Some people will test your patience intentionally. They will provoke you because emotionally reactive people are predictable. Do not give everyone access to your peace. Protect your inner world carefully. A strong mind is not built through motivation alone. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is dependable. Motivation disappears when life becomes uncomfortable. Discipline continues regardless of emotion. This is why disciplined people achieve what emotional people only talk about. Because they continue working even when they do not feel inspired. They continue showing up even when results are slow. They continue growing even during painful seasons. Your ability to stay calm under pressure gives you an enormous advantage in life. While others panic, you think clearly. While others quit, you endure. While others waste energy complaining, you adapt. And adaptation is power. Life will not always reward you immediately for your discipline. Sometimes you will feel unnoticed. Sometimes your progress will feel invisible. But understand this: quiet consistency creates powerful results over time. Every day you control your emotions instead of letting them control you, you are building a foundation that cannot easily collapse. Do not underestimate the value of inner peace. In a world addicted to chaos, peace is a superpower. A calm mind makes better decisions. A calm mind sees opportunities others miss. A calm mind remains productive while others become overwhelmed. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you feed consistently will grow. Feed anger, and bitterness grows. Feed fear, and anxiety grows. Feed discipline, and strength grows. Many people spend years trying to control others while failing to control themselves. But self-mastery is the highest form of power. Because once you master yourself, external situations lose much of their ability to disturb you. There is a reason ancient Stoic philosophy continues to survive thousands of years later. Human nature has not changed. People still struggle with fear, anger, stress, and uncertainty. People still search for peace in a chaotic world. And Stoicism reminds us that peace is found not in controlling life, but in controlling ourselves. You are stronger than your worst moment. Stronger than your fear. Stronger than your temporary emotions. But strength without discipline becomes dangerous. And emotions without control become destructive. So train yourself daily. When life pressures you, breathe deeply instead of panicking. When anger rises, pause before speaking. When fear appears, continue moving forward anyway. When pain comes, learn from it instead of collapsing beneath it. Every moment of emotional discipline strengthens your future self. One day people will admire your calmness without understanding how much pain it took to build it. They will admire your patience without seeing the battles you fought internally. They will admire your focus without realizing how many distractions you overcame. That is the beauty of discipline. The rewards become visible long after the struggle. If you constantly feel overwhelmed, remember this: you do not need to solve your entire life overnight. Focus on controlling this moment, this decision, this reaction. Discipline is built one choice at a time. The person who masters small moments eventually masters larger ones. Do not fear pressure anymore. Pressure is shaping you into someone stronger. The fire that melts weak metal also forges strong steel. Your hardships are not evidence that you are failing. Sometimes they are evidence that you are evolving. And if nobody has told you this recently, keep going. Keep building yourself quietly. Keep strengthening your mind. Keep choosing discipline even when emotions tempt you toward weakness. Because one day your emotional control will save you from situations that would have destroyed the older version of yourself. One day you will face chaos with calmness that surprises even you. One day you will realize that mastering yourself was the greatest victory you could ever achieve. And when that day comes, you will understand the true meaning of Stoicism. Not the absence of emotion, but the presence of inner strength. Not escaping pressure, but rising above it. Not controlling the world, but mastering your response to it. If this message spoke to your spirit, subscribe to the channel and continue this journey towards self-discipline, emotional mastery, and inner peace. Your strongest self is waiting for you on the other side of discipline.